on the channel, our Jakks Classic Superstars unboxings continue, and I'm hoping to find out the answer to what you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you with Jakks Classic Superstars Series 8 Hulk Hogan's.
The spirit of the warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jakks Classic Superstars unboxing and review. And today, from Jakks Classic Superstars Series 8, we got a double dose of Hulkamania with Hulk Hogan and Hollywood Hulk Hogan. But remember, for all your wrestling figure needs of Mattel, Jazzwares, AEW, and of course WWE, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle to save yourself 10%. So, of course, today we're at Series 8. Can you believe it? Series 8 of the unboxing and reviews here of the Jakks Classic Superstars. And Series 8 was where things really took a turn, I felt. I really felt they got some serious momentum in the line as they got Hulk Hogan finally into the Classic Superstars line. Now, we were missing some key ones over the years, the Ricky Steamboats, the Macho Man Randy Savage, I should say. We're definitely missing those, but you really couldn't have a Classic Superstars line without Hulk Hogan, and they finally put the pen to the paper. They finally got it done, and they went big right off the gates with two Hulk Hogans in the exact same line. And like I said, one representing his time as part of the New World Order, one representing 80s Hulkamania. So very cool no matter which way you slice it. And like I said, I remember a lot of people looking for this wave. This is a heck of a series, Series 8. It's where things really took it to that next level. And I remember just being in Toys R Us at the time and hearing other customers, hey, do you have this? Do you have this? Just overhearing that. You didn't always hear that for a lot of toys, but there was a lot of fuss about these. Oh yeah, the good old fuss. But we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. And we're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's dive in and go in chronological order. How about it? We'll go to 80s Hulkamania first. Quite the coup here in the Jakks line with 80s Hulk Hogan. Looking beautiful. You got the red and yellow, of course. You do get the title belt accessory, and this is an older WWE, WWF at the time title belt. Now, there was a variant with this one, and it did include the Winged Eagle belt. So I do have that one here. I have both versions of this Hulk Hogan in my collection. I'm going to put this off to the side so I don't accidentally unbox it. That's my biggest fear in these new Jakks Classic Superstars videos. I'm going to accidentally unbox one of these ones, as I have both versions mint on card. I do have another version of this mint on card, so I have doubles. That is why this one is going to be my opener. So I got to be extra careful in this video series. But you do have different belt variations. I believe the Winged Eagle is a little bit more valuable, or I should say a little bit more rare. Rarity doesn't always mean valuability. That's a new word. I just made it up. The value, just because it's rare doesn't mean it's worth a ton more. They're really about the same price. But you see this one a little bit more than you see the Winged Eagle in my travels. Yours could be different, but let me know in the comments down below. So there's the Hulkster. That's the front there. Of course, you get Hulk Hogan on the side. Why wouldn't you? And there he is, looking all glamorous over there, looking good on this side here. And the back of the package, got the big cross-sell. And as you guys know, we're unboxing every single one of these on the channel, so make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss one of these. And you Patreon members, oh, baby, you're way ahead of the game here. You have videos way out farther than the YouTube community has. That's what you get as a perk of the bonus Patreon videos over there. So make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. We got the cross-sell, UPC's warnings. We got the big glamour shot up top, and then quite the blurb for the Hulkster right there. Let's see what it says about old Hulk Hogan. Debuted 1978, weight 275 pounds, 6'7", finishing move, the big boot to the face and the leg drop. Titles, WWE Undisputed Champion, WWE World Heavyweight Champion, WWE Tag Team Champion, WWE Royal Rumble winner twice, and then WWE Hall of Fame inductee. Favorite quote: when you're in the NWO, you're in it for life. And what you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you? Now, the back of the package on both these is identical, except for the glamour shot. I guess we'll show that in a second. But that is, I wish we just had separate quotes and things. Make it feel a little extra special. But it is the same packaging going on there. And like I said, a fabulous, fabulous set. Can't wait to unbox all these. You got Bruiser Brody, first time in the line. Chief J Strongbow. Oh, we know all about Chief J Strongbow these days. Classy Freddie Blassie. Big Van Vader, Jerry the King Lawler, and Ace Bob Orton, Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. So quite the lineup for sure. without further ado, Series 8, let's get the Hulkster out of the package here. Oh, boy. Hurts a lot of people's heart when I open these. I understand. I'm a mint on card guy. You know me. But we're doing it. We're doing it for science. Background. See you later. Goodbye. You guys know I'm a mint on card guy, but I have these all mint on card, and I'm unboxing, for the most part, damaged packaging ones. I'm okay with that. So there's the Hulkster in the plastic prison. Pop that title belt out. Pop the Hulkster out. And man, we're off to the races. See you later. Goodbye. Let's start with the accessory first. The old classic world title belt. Gosh, these are so hard to read. World Championship Wrestling. Boy, I don't know. My eyes aren't good enough, and it's just that gold. I really like the Deluxe Class Superstars belt so much more. These are just so run-of-the-mill ones, and they just all kind of run together. But it is the classic WWE title, of course, right here. I believe, I don't even know. It's not even the one he won from the Sheik. It's the one after that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a title belt connoisseur, as you guys know. But I am an action figure connoisseur, and that's where we turn our attention to the old Hulkster right here. Like I always say, there's something special about these Jakks figures all these years later, getting one right out of the package, feeling how it's feeling, the newness to it. It's just something really, really special there, and that's what I got with this Hulkster. The joints are all tight. Looks really good. Accessories, I guess we'll start with the accessories on this one. We got the 2 red knee pads for the Hulkster, and then you get the soft goods Hulkamania shirt. It's got the slits in the back, Hulkamania across the front, and really, Jakks was the one that started it all off with the tearaway shirts. It seems like Mattel, every Hulkster we get has the old tearaway shirt, but of course, Jakks gave it to us first, as we can see right here, and it does slide off very, very easily, a lot easier than some of the Mattel ones do. Oh, got a little bit of staining, though. Oh, some things just never change. It's like I'm opening an AEW Jazzwares figure right now. But we do got some staining on the shoulders, unfortunately. It's just a price you pay, I guess. If you're an on-card collector, it's no big deal. But if you open this one up and you want to display it like this, you're going to have some worries. But I will put this back on for display, so it's not as big of a deal. And I guess that's what happens, 20 years down the road or whatever. You get some staining from some of those shirts. It's just a problem as old as time, it seems like. But breaking this Hulkster figure down, of course, you get the head. It moves all around, up, down, side to side. Not tons of up and down, but a little bit. You get the Hulkster headband going on, because the Hulkster really loved to headband, and a lot of people loved to headband in the 80s. We saw them at many exercise studios back in the day when I was a little kid. Arms go all the way around. You get a bicep cut, single jointed elbow, wrists that move. You got some white wrist tape going on, a gripping hand here, a flayed out hand on this side, waist articulation, of course, and then you get the legs that go up and back. Not tons and tons of movement there. You do get the single jointed knees, and then you get the ankles up and down on the old yellow boots. But a fabulous, fabulous Hulk Hogan for the first run. I love that the top, how he's not totally bald yet. He's thinning out, and they made that a much thinner blonde color there. Really good attention to details. You give somebody this head, they know all day long this is Hulk Hogan, especially when you put him with his body in the red and yellow. You know it's Hulk Hogan all day long. So a very, very classic superstar here in Series 8. And like I said, one that there was a lot of fuss about. A lot of fuss about back in the time. Heck, a lot of fuss about in this day and time. Now we turn our attention over to the yin and yang of the Hulkster's career. You got the good side and the dark side. And the NWO Hulk Hogan really did change the wrestling business, as we all know. Business really picked up, as they say, with the Hulkster when he went to the black and white, of course, and a lot of accessories of this one. You do get the big gold heavyweight title belt. You do get the spray-painted NWO logo across it. You do get some sunglasses. Much like a young superstar Billy Graham, we get the soft goods boas that we saw in the last series, actually. And we do get a Hulk Hogan Hollywood weight belt as well. Fabulous, fabulous looking figure. Hulkster on the side looking good. Hollywood Hulk Hogan on the side there. And the back of the package, of course, you got the cross-sell warnings, UPCs. You got the Hulk Hogan glamour shot of his NWO time. And then you get the blurb. Now, the blurb is 100% identical to the one we already read. That's a little unfortunate. Like I said, I would have liked to seen that split up a little bit, but it is what it is. Now, this is a big gold title belt. The big gold, of course, as it's known. It's spray-painted NWO. However, much like this one, we do have another belt variant, which is very strange. 2 in the same series, and both Hulk Hogan's is a little crazy, but it is what it is. And this is a lot harder to find. It is the small NWO title belt, so you got that right there. If you put them side by side, you can see obviously one is much bigger than this one. The smaller one seems to be a little harder to find. This is my mint on card one. I don't have a loose one of this. For the belts, I don't need a loose one, but want to keep that separate with the other Hulkster. I don't want to accidentally unbox it, but this is the big one, and this is the one we're going to unbox. Without further ado, let's unbox it. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to business here. Let's see what the Hulkster's up to in his Hollywood days. All right. Oh, come on. Oof. It's like sounded like a gun going off there. What are we doing? A rookie. It's a rookie. That's all we can say. Kyle's a rookie at this one. I'm knocking things around. I saw the boas go flying. Luckily, they didn't fly off the table. Look at that mess. Look at that mess. What are we doing here? See you later. Get out of there. Plastic prison. Sans boa, of course, but there he is in the plastic prison. A lot of accessories of this Hulkster. You guys know I'm here for all the accessories. A little yellowing to the package on this one, as I can see as well. Pull that out. Bam! Off to the races. See you later. There it goes. And sit him up. Get him off to the side. What the heck? Oh, I thought for a second we had 2 title belts, but it's wrapped around with a long loop. I was very, very confused there. And then we do get the boas. Let's start with these boas here. Of course, the white and black boas. Much like the Superstar Billy Graham one we saw in the last series, all in yellow. Very similar. Same kind of material, same kind of feel, same everything. But you got to have this for the Hulkster. He was wearing these around all the time. Now, Mattel, when they do these, they don't go to the furry is the word. Furry ones like this, they go to more of the molded ones. I don't know which one's better. Choose your own boa adventure, which one you prefer. The Storm Collectibles do use this kind of ones. If you've ever seen those Storm Collectible Hulk Hogans, some of the greatest figures of all time. It really makes me long for a Storm Collectible Ultimate Warrior or the Road Warriors Legion of Doom. Man, if Storm could make that happen, that would be a game changer in my collection. But I'm not going to hold my breath. But we got these 2 boas looking good there. Then you get down to some of the other accessories we have. Sunglasses we've seen many times before. These are identical, I believe, to the Jimmy Hart ones from the last series, and I'm sure many other guys. So if you did happen to get this Hulkster without the glasses, you might be able to find this from a different figure out there. Hollywood weight belt here. Now, weight belts are always cool. We get these in this day and age, of course, via Mattel still. But it does say Hollywood on the black weight belt there. Nice silver accent with the belt handle. Do we got a little stickiness? No, it seems to be okay. I thought I felt a little stickiness, but it was my imagination. But the Hollywood weight belt is here as well. Then we get the NWO Big Gold title belt, spray painted NWO. As I showed earlier, we do have a smaller sized one. I prefer the big one. The big one always looks much better. It's your typical Jakks belt we've seen numerous times. Get the long strap on these for sure. But there's that one. So we got our belts there. Now we get down to the Hulkster figure, and it's an interesting one. Now, Hulkster, of course, a little bit slimmer, feels a little bit bigger in this pose here, in this variation of the Hulkster. This one, a little bit slimmer, a little bit sleeker, same articulation as that last Hulkster, and you do get bandana, which is removable, which I forgot all about, and it does say Hollywood across the top, and then you got the full-on bald head for the Hulkster right here. Definitely a different one than this one. Where it's starting to go, this is already gone. But very, very good. Now, one thing about this head sculpt on the Hulkster that always bothered a lot of people, and maybe even me a little bit, it always looks a little funny as his right eye is wide open where his left eye is practically closed. Some people say Hulkster has a lazy eye. He's got something going on, I guess. I don't know, but boy, it sure is depicted in this action figure. It does look a little bit strange, especially when you stare into it. He does have the black shoe polish beard with the blonde against it. Makes it look really, really good. Like that. He does have a painted on NWO shirt. Would have been nice to get a soft goods, but this isn't the Mattel era. There wasn't a lot of soft good shirts. We were lucky to get things like this every once in a while. But this is painted on black, which makes him look a little bit slimmer, I think, than this one over here. He does got black painted on gloves, of course, and very, very cool black tight designs. I love the thunder and blue going across it. The beautiful airbrushing on the boots down there. Just an absolute fabulous Hulkster figure. How does he look with these sunglasses on? These sunglasses sometimes just don't work because they don't clip in very well. Yeah, they don't look very good on Hogan, and they're not going to stay very well either. They don't hook around the ears, things like that. So it's almost a waste of time, really, because they just pop out. You're not going to be able to get them to stick with that bandana. It's just a really hard look there, and we'll have it for the glamour shots, but it's not going to look very good. But I do like this Hulkster. I do like the yin and yang, and I think it was an interesting decision for the Jakks team to put two Hulk Hogans in the same set. Now, there is reasons for that, though. Maybe they only signed him for a certain amount of time, and we know Jakks was pumping things out left and right back in the day. So maybe they said, hey, we need to get as many Hulksters as we can before we lose his license, something happens, he goes back in bad favor with the WWE, something like that. So I could see that aspect. It almost feels like 2022 as I'm filming this with Mattel. It seems like Hulk Hogan, a new one, is coming in every single twist and turn from us. That could be a very similar thing. They have the Hulkster through X amount of dates, then they got to let him go, or they're scared something might happen, he might get in the bad graces. Who knows? So they're cranking out the figures. So once again, what is old is possibly new again here with Mattel in 2022. But no matter which way you slice it, it was a very, very cool time in the Classic Superstars collecting history. It was fun searching these one out, and it was fun seeing a lot of new collectors entering into the Jakks Class Superstars collection in Series 8. As like I said earlier, I really felt a turning of the page with the Classic line where it was bubbling over. You know, Series 1 had a lot of hype. There was a lot of good stuff going, but it seemed like Series 8 was where it really took off and brought us the next 28 sets, or up to 28 sets in the single carded line, on top of the exclusives, 2-packs, 3-packs, things like that. And the Hulk Hogan from here on out was a big, big part of that success, as we all know. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? What do you think about these Hulksters? Which one do you prefer? Did you have them both? Did you never have them? Let me know your thoughts on Jakks Classic Superstars Series 8, Hulk Hogan, NWO, and Hulkamania version. Don't forget to like this video. Give the old thumbs up. You made it this far. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. Like I said earlier, follow along on the Patreon where you get this video months earlier than traditional YouTube. Bonus content, exclusive content, and best of all, you support content like this over at the Patreon. And don't forget about those monthly giveaways either. You can communicate with me and follow along over on Twitter at SirPaul64, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. So for Hulkamania and the NWO, I'm Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.